We are going to hop to the new Pokemon TCG news. Let's see, we still got it. Dope. Pokemon just released. Well, not just released, but they announced maybe back in February. I don't know. It was a minute ago. Maybe last year. They announced digital Pokemon trading card game. Nobody knew how it was gonna work. You know, the trailer that they came out with, they was just sliding their finger across some packs. You know what I'm saying? So the questions started swirling. Of course, how do you get packs? Do you have to pay for packs? You know, they had like little mini battles and stuff on there. It looked like a lot going on. It looked like what you wanted from a trading card game live app. So I've been calling it TCG Go, but it's Pokemon TCG Pocket. But those are the vibes it gives me. It gives me Pokemon Go vibes, but with the trading card game. So they recently had a couple of YouTubers go out and demonstrate it. Well, I guess, you know, they did a demo. They just had, you know, a little thing for them. One of the guys that I follow, Austin John Plays, big Pokemon guy, big Nintendo guy, in general, but he was invited out. He came back. He gave us a cool little look at what to expect, you know, some information that he's allowed to give us, and we're gonna check that out, see what we got for TCG Pocket. So turn that back down. Let's see what to expect coming up.
What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be talking about an advanced preview I had of Pokemon TCG Pocket presented by Pokemon Company International, and Creatures Incorporated, and I'm going to be telling you all about the app. Let's get into it. I previously put out a vague statement on Twitter about what do you want to know about the app, because I wasn't allowed to talk about that I'm going to the event. In fact, there's a lot of stuff I'm not allowed to talk about, and a lot of the questions that were asked, I have answers for. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to the Pokemon Company of Japan, Pokemon Company International, and Creatures Incorporated for inviting me to this event, as well as Stefan and Kellyanne, the people from Pokemon who hooked me up with this event. Shout out to you guys. Firstly, I'm not allowed to talk about any sort of walkthrough or strategy guide about this. That's fine. I didn't plan on doing that anyways. This is not a formal review or scoring of this in any single way, shape, or form. The official launch of the app is going to be first for New Zealand on Thursday, September 26th at 6 a.m. PDT. And then after that, it's going to be rolling out in other regions, including the United States. So they're going to be getting it ahead of time. I'm only allowed to discuss 2 of the immersive cards, even though many more have been seen, like from footage at Worlds in Honolulu this year. And all of the footage that I'm about to show is supplied B-roll or filming of the event. There's no footage of the device that I was using, which they supplied me a device with unlimited payments, so anything that I wanted to purchase in the app, I could. I'm going to be telling you exactly how much you can pay in the app for the daily progression or whatever you want. All of the footage that you're going to be seeing is B-roll supplied by the Pokemon Company International, so I'm not going to be including footage from outside of this B-roll. Our hands-on event, we were led to a location in New York City where we had open bar, some food, some past hors d'oeuvres, real nice experience. Got to hang out and meet the boss man himself. I don't know if you know, we're about to meet the head of Pokemon, the boss who's going to be running this very special event that we're not allowed to talk about quite yet, and he's right there. And then after our hands-on preview session, which mine was about an hour and a half, we were then given a Q&A session with Ryo Tsujikawa, the general manager at Creatures, Satoru Nagawa, the art director at Creatures, Ryosuke Hanawa, the senior director at the Pokemon Company, Kita Hirobi, the executive corporate officer at the Pokemon Company. And I had about 47 questions for them after my hands-on preview. Firstly, the rarity of cards is going to mostly be seen with the small diamonds located at the bottom of the cards, like you're going to be seeing here with this Charizard EX. After that, there's going to be star cards. So it goes from diamonds to the stars, and the stars are the super rare ones. But then there's also 3-star cards, and those are the immersive art cards. The immersive art cards are the ones that you saw a trailer of. Pikachu entering the card, which is super cool. There's also a Mewtwo one that does that. I'm not allowed to discuss any other cards that do it. The first pack that's going to be coming out has a Pikachu pack, a Mewtwo pack, and a Charizard pack. There are some cards that are exclusive to each of the 3 packs, so you may have a higher likelihood of pulling some cards like the immersive Pikachu card from the Pikachu pack, the immersive Mewtwo from the Mewtwo pack, and other cards from the Charizard pack. In addition to that, there is a super rare hidden chance at getting a crown rarity. There are 3 crown rarity cards that have a very low chance of being opened up, and they could be opened up from any of the packs. There is a predetermined chance that that pack is going to be a regular pack or a rare pack. There is a 99.95% chance that you're going to be getting a regular pack, which means that the remaining 0.05% of the time is going to be a rare pack. There is a 0.013% chance that you're going to be getting these crown cards, making them the rarest of them all. The 3-star immersive cards, for example, the 3-star immersive Pikachu from the Pikachu pack is a 0.22% of being the rare cards. So getting these immersive cards is not going to be a common thing. As soon as you open up the app, there's a tutorial. You're going to be getting a Kanto starter as your first card that you're ever going to be getting, you know, fitting. And then your first alternative art card, which is going to be your first star card, is going to be an alternative art of one of the Kanto starters as well. So as you're going through, there's a very slim chance that you're going to be getting these very rare cards. Also, in regard to the pull rates, I asked them, and there is no pity system implemented. If you have, 16 of 17 of a certain type of card, you're not going to have a higher chance of getting that 17th one. It's going to remain the same base odds across the board.
Milo's Rewards is here. Join for free today.
Milo's Rewards. Do we care really? No.
All the time. In all of the preview footage that you've seen, they've only been showing Kanto Pokemon, probably for mass appeal. However, the cards that I was pulling, it was not just Kanto. From the pack that I was pulling seemed like it was more based off of Pokemon Sword and Shield, that it had the Kanto starters as well as a lot of Galarian Pokemon. I didn't see a single Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, so that leads me to believe that this app was in development before those games came out, and they haven't changed that at least first initial card set to be implementing Pokemon from that series. Okay, a big question a lot of people had: how much does this cost? You can play this completely for free. You get 1 pack every 12 hours to open. You open up the app and then you can open up the pack, you tear it, or you could flip the deck over and then you could tear it again. There is a monthly pass that you can purchase for $9.99 a month. That monthly pass is going to be making it so instead of every 12 hours you get a pack, it's every 8 hours. Also, you can only stack 2 packs at a time to be opened for the free model, and with the monthly subscription, 3 packs a day. After you get a 3rd pack, you're not going to be receiving additional packs. So you do have to log into this every single day to make sure that you open both of those packs. In my mind, when I wake up every day, you're just going to be able to open the 2 or 3 packs then. Another difference between the free and premium model is missions. There are some missions, whether it's like collect fluffy Pokemon or something like that, or do 1 in-game battle, which battles are super easy. There's an auto battle button. We're going to talk about that later. If you get the premium service, there are premium missions, kind of like Pokemon Unite. When there's a season pass, you get those additional things for the additional currencies. Premium missions from the premium pass are going to be rewarded for unique promo cards locked to that set. For this first series that comes out, there's a selection of promo cards that you can only get with the promo pass. So there are some things that are locked to it. I think you get a Meowth full art card, promo card for
bragging rights for
there's the very casual side, and then there's the you want to grind it a little bit more, but you're not
don't have any monetary value.
You're also going to be able to purchase in-game currency called Pokegold. Pokegold can be expensive, just like every single freemium game that there is. With Pokegold, you can choose to decrease your cooldown rate on when you're able to open up another pack. You could choose to cool down just 2, 4, 6, or 8 hours, or you can actually just say, open up as many packs as possible. With that, you can open up 1 pack at a time, or you can tell it to open up 10 packs at a time to be able to power through these. The way we figured out, it's about $1 per pack.
More cards?
And we came up with the actual amount of money that you can spend in this app in one day. Outside of the monthly model, if you wanted to max out how many cards you can open up in one day, $150 US would be the maximum that you can spend in the app before the app tells you you can't open any more packs for the day, for you to open up the maximum amount of packs, about 150. So you can power through this and sink a lot of money if you want to. Me personally, I'm probably gonna get the monthly one and keep that going for, you know, probably 3, 4, 5, 6 months, see how it goes from there, and then probably just go back down to the free model once I lose interest in it, sort of like I did with Pokemon Sleep.
That's probably going to be the move right there.
They do plan to add additional packs in the future. An exact quote is they are going to be monitoring the pace that
have it a couple
people
months,
are collecting the cards when deciding when to release a new set. When does the current battle scene become stale? I'm going to be talking about battles in a little bit. And they have no plans to align with the TCG release schedule. In fact, this has nothing to do with the physical TCG. The two ideas should be completely separated in your mind. This is its own standalone thing. They don't plan to implement the QR codes from opening up physical packs, unfortunately. That's how I felt about it.
I'm sure
As
they were.
of the current time, they don't have a roadmap for
launch.
if they wanted to implement a competitive scene
they
that
just out
comes
here
to
doing
Pokemon
shit.
World Championship or anything else like that. However, they are open to it in the future. So, you know, it's a brand new app. It's not even out yet. You got to see how it does before you decide to start ramping it up. Know what I mean? It makes sense. Trading TCG pocket cards is very simple. All you have to do is just trade with another person. It can be done
honestly,
online.
this is
You
what
do
I'm
not
most
have
excited
to be
for.
local, unlike Pokemon Go. Think of it more like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that you just enter a code and you're able to trade. At time
be able
of
to
launch,
trade cards
trading
with
is not
like
going to be
all my friends
implemented.
and stuff.
They did not list a date or time in which they plan to make that a thing. So, if, say for example,
That's
you
crazy.
and a friend are both playing TCG Pocket,
No date yet.
and your friend has a card that you want, and you have a card that they want, you guys can trade cards. Simple as that. It should also be noted that every single time that you open up a pack of cards, you're going to be accumulating another type of in-game counter. I forgot the name.
Pack points. They're called pack points. I checked over my notes. Pack points.
Look at the Eevee
and
up top,
every
though.
pack that you open, you get 10 pack points, and the pack points can be redeemed for cards that you do and do not own. If you do not own the card yet, you just see a tiny little thumbnail of it. If you do own the card, you can tap it and then it becomes bigger. It's very noticeable if you do or do not own it. Hidden art cards are 400 pack points. So after opening up 40
Look at that
packs,
loser
you
right
can
there.
redeem it from one of these cards. EX cards start at 1,250 pack points. That is 125 packs. That is 62 and a half days of continuous play on the free model, 41 and 2/3 days on the premium monthly pass model, without, you know, the microtransactions of your pack cooldown. Your gold cards, the 3 crown cards that I was talking about, the super rare ones,
gold
are
cards.
2,500 pack points. 250 packs on the premium monthly model is going to be 83 days of opening packs, and you can get one of the gold packs. That's a bit of a grind. But hey, if you have the entire collection except for one specific card, great way to redeem it. And now, Austin, go ahead and talk about dupes.
If you get duplicate cards, what happens? Duplicate cards are converted to another type of in-game counter. There's a lot of them. It's a little cumbersome. Once you experience the app, it'll make more sense. Those duplicate cards become that currency, and then that currency can be used to exchange for cosmetics, including coins that you're going to be flipping during battles, playmats, deck sleeves, things like that, as well as card effects.
That's
so
pretty
it's not
cool.
just for
I like
battling.
that.
The card effects are going to be having cool little glimmers and everything else. Let's talk about battles. Battles are streamlined. The decks are significantly smaller. They are 20 card decks. You can have 3 benched Pokemon and 1 active Pokemon. You have to begin with a Pokemon. The player who begins first throws down their basic Pokemon. The other player throws down their basic Pokemon. From there, on the first turn, there's no energy accumulation. By the way, energy cards are gone. Instead, you're going to be having a pool of energy that's going to be distributed to whatever types of Pokemon cards are in the deck. So you can run more than one type of Pokemon in the deck. If you wanted to run, fire and electric, you could totally do that. And you might get a fire energy the next turn. You might get an electric energy added to your energy pool. When you choose to do an attack, those attacks are going to be pulling from that energy pool automatically. You don't have to worry about it. And then the next turn, you get all that energy back to reallocate to whatever attacks, etc. that you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there are
curious
no more
about, too.
prize cards because they didn't want to lock your cards behind your succession of the game. Instead, you have prize points. The first person to 3 prize points wins the match. EX cards, when they're knocked out, award 2 prize points instead of 1 prize point. Every other card is going to be 1 prize point. Weaknesses and resistances have also been reworked. Instead of it being a multiplicative factor, it's going to be a base factor. So instead of, you getting double damage if a normal Pokemon is weak to a fighting attack, instead it's just a base additional 20 damage. There's also an auto battle feature with the AI, so any missions that require battling, you can just hit the button and you're good. There's also rental team. I'm not 100% on this, but it seems like the rental decks are tied to whatever cards that you pulled. So if you pull an Arcanine EX, you can use the Arcanine EX rental deck. And then after you win a battle against the AI with that deck, you get a VIP card rewarded to you. So it's a small way to earn additional cards that way after doing the battles. So there is a reason to do the battles. Very detailed tutorial to help you out with all of the aspects of it instead of just shoving you into it and be like, hey, good luck against another player. So don't worry about it if you've never played any sort of TCG battling. It's very friendly to beginners. In addition, if you are familiar with the TCG, there are some cards that work completely differently, like Pokeball may work completely differently from the physical TCG to the TCG Pocket.
Bro, we don't care, Nike.
App. There was one question someone had from someone in the Netherlands, that some local government actually doesn't allow games with gacha mechanics. This game does list every single card that you can pull, the exact rarity rates. As soon as you download the app and go through the tutorial, you can see your exact chances of getting every single card in there. You can play this app completely for free. However, they do not plan on changing the app in any way, shape, or form to comply with specific governments that do not allow sort of gacha mechanics in apps and games on mobile devices. Rounding out some additional questions that people had from my original post on twitter.com. A lot of it can be summarized as this has absolutely no integration with the physical TCG set. Once again, you don't scan cards, the QR codes from booster packs don't do anything. This is its own standalone thing. It does not integrate at all with anything else. Not Scarlet and Violet, not Go, not Sleep, not Home. Standalone, at least for the time being. I did ask them if they have any plans on the competitive battle scene, maybe making rounds and becoming a regional and worlds thing. At the time, they don't have any plans for it, but they are open to it. Again, makes sense. App isn't even out yet. Let's see how it does. Someone asked, are there power creep features in the game? You may notice that some of the original base cards, like Pikachu, are here. However, their HP and attacks have been updated across many of the cards, so older cards that have been brought into the game have been updated, so you're not going to be seeing, 1999 base cards here that are absolutely worthless in battle. Will you be allowed to play without setting your phone on fire? We were given an Android phone. I'm not really too sure which one it was. It kind of looked a lot like an iPhone, just with 3 cameras on the back. Android people roast me for not knowing what phone that is. It ran fairly coolly. We had the screen on full brightness the entire time. We didn't have any issues. Granted, we were on a New York City rooftop outside in summer. It was covered though, so it wasn't bad at all.
I do want to state, however, this was an early build of the app, and it was not fast. There was sort of lengthy load times between different screens, so it's not as snappy as it could be.
Can you upgrade your cards like in Marvel Snap? I did not play Marvel Snap, but a card is a card. You can use the customize feature for different hollow effects or different, sort of pop-up effects. I have B-roll of that. Can it be used offline, mainly against NPCs? Yes, there's a whole AI thing, battles like that. You never have to interact with another person if you have no friends. I mean, if you don't want to. There's no story mode, unlike the original Game Boy TCG game. So it's not like you're going to be going and doing stuff. It's just very streamlined. A lot of people are asking about, can you buy and sell cards? Is there going to be sort of a trade auction eBay system? The trade implementation is not out yet, so I can't say to that specifically. However, all signs are pointing towards, yes, that can be a thing in the future. I've covered every single aspect of microtransactions, battles, in-game currencies that I'm allowed to discuss, the rarity system, missions, pull rates, everything. I don't think there's a single aspect of this that I have not covered. I'm sorry for the runtime. Launch in September in New Zealand and then further regions to come. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Until next time, Austin John out.
Man, they see me. That's my guy right there. It's gonna be interesting because just as you said, Rowan-san, how hard are people gonna go for these cards for real? Because it's really all bragging rights, just to be like, hey, I got this card. Like I already see the dark web forming around it. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be on eBay like, hey, I got this card. Pay me $20, for this digital card. I'll trade it for you. It's it's gonna PayPal probably more than likely. And either way, I don't know. I just see the darkness looming around it. Am I gonna pay $150 for it? Absolutely not. No. From what I heard was the $10 just gives you an extra pack, and you only get the extra pack because the cooldown gets bought down to 8 hours instead of 12 hours. So just like he said, I'd probably cop the $10 for a couple months until I get tired of it. For real. I don't think I'm gonna be tired of it per se. Like Monopoly Go, I was going hard, but just recently I haven't opened up the app for like maybe a month until like earlier today, because some folks was asking me about some stickers that you collect in Monopoly Go. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. To a collector like me, yeah, it should be something fun. I've never spent a dime on Monopoly Go. I haven't either. But man, is it a grind trying to do some shit in Monopoly Go without, I guess paying for it. Like, yeah, the pay to win, they're gonna make you feel it. They're gonna make you feel it. If there's any type of monetary anything in any of these apps, they're gonna make you feel it without it for sure. There's only, let me not lie, I've spent some money in like some apps. I've definitely spent a couple dollars in Pokemon Go. I can't think of any other apps, but there's only one app that like I really like straight up pay for it, and it was just like Dune. I think it was called Dune Ball, Dune something crazy. Either way, this is my jam. You know what I'm saying? That was the only one where it's just like I'd spend money on this, and I'm gonna keep that. I've really only done it in MMOs. Well, yeah, you gotta do it in MMO. That's the gotchas, the fucking Genshin Impacts, and goddamn. There's another one. I can't think of it, but yeah, you just, wherever your hobbies lie, you're gonna feel the need to go in wherever you feel they need to go. For me, it's not $150 worth to try and get a gold pack. Am I gonna hope for it? Yeah, whatever, cool. But some of us ain't got $150 to just drop on digital cards. The battling system though is one thing I'm interested in, because I know they said it's gonna be kind of like quick fire type thing. So that'd be fun when you're not really doing anything for real, or trading with friends is one thing I'm really, really super excited about, because that's what we did back in the day. I show my age. Y'all calm down off me. But you bought your cars in school even though you weren't supposed to, and you would trade. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was before the internet. Again, get off my age. But yeah, it's gonna be super duper exciting for me. At least, it's just something else to do on my phone and to interact with all my other geeky people. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a fun pickup. I'll definitely be there October 11th, opening up my pack of cards. I'll probably like screen record it, throw them up on TikTok, something crazy. Y'all can see me open them up. We'll figure it out when we get there. But as far as final thoughts, it's not exactly how I imagined it. I'm glad they put like a limit on it, because I can already see people dropping like thousands of dollars on it day one, just trying to get it out of there. Bro, which is absolutely insane. But just kind of gives everybody their fair share, their fair chance, as far as like just getting some pulls. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the physicals where you could buy as many as you want. You know what I'm saying? They say, hey, there's a limit, 3 packs a day, you're done. Imagine people making multiple accounts and selling them on Discord. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. That's that dark web stuff. See, if you thought of it just now, there's probably like thousands of other people that thought about the same exact thing. Yeah, I'm still mad at my big brother for stealing my holographic Venusaur for a Pikachu. That's crazy. That's wild. Damn, I hate that for you. That is not a good switch at all. that's not a good switch. And then he stole it. But damn. But outside of trading and outside of battling, super excited to see these immersive cards, like these full arts, these full rares, you know what I'm saying, that you can kind of go inside and see like a little, storybook cutscene. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, think of hopping. Well, I guess you might not be able to see. Think of hopping into this. You know what I'm saying? This was minuscule. This Milcery's baking a cake. You know what I'm saying? You can see whatever else is around there helping it make this cake. And I don't know, just cute as shit. I love shit like that. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So it's just something fun. And traded it with his classmate like it was his. Yeah, and you won't be able to get that shit back either. That's the thing about that. That is the thing about that. Because once it's traded, it's traded. Your brother really wanted that Pikachu. He wanted that Pikachu bad. He wanted that Pikachu really bad.